The jungle was alive that morning. Dew clung to the leaves, and the air smelled of damp earth and wildflowers. Every sound was sharp, the rustle of lizards in the brush, the chattering of unseen birds, the faint hum of insects. For Leira, daughter of the Stone Clan, the forest was both sanctuary and peril. She had wandered far from her people's caves in search of healing herbs. Her father lay ill, fevered and weak, and without the roots of the firebloom plant, he would not survive the night. She pushed forward, her animal hide dress catching on branches, her heart beating with urgency. But danger came swiftly. From the shadows, a lion emerged, a massive male, his golden mane blazing like fire beneath the dappled sunlight. His amber eyes locked onto her, unblinking, predatory. Leira froze. Her people had told stories of lions, kings of the jungle, merciless hunters that feared nothing. Her legs trembled as the beast padded closer, each step silent but heavy with menace. Just as the lion's low growl rumbled through the air, another force crashed into the scene. A giant gorilla, its dark fur glistening, its muscles rippling, burst through the trees with a roar that shook the ground. In one massive sweep, the creature pulled Leira behind him, shielding her with arms like tree trunks. His bellow of defiance sent birds exploding from the treetops. The lion stopped in his tracks, teeth bared, tail flicking. Leira gasped, pressed against the gorilla's chest. She had seen such creatures before, but only at a distance. The elders called them the silent giants, guardians of the deep forest, beings of great strength but greater mystery. Yet this one was not silent. It thundered, beat its chest, and held her as if protecting its own. "Why?" she whispered to herself, though her voice was swallowed by the chaos of roars. The standoff. The lion did not back away. He prowled closer, head low, every step measured. His mane brushed the earth as his golden eyes studied both the human girl and her unlikely protector. The gorilla, teeth bared, tightened his grip on Leira. Lyra's heart pounded. She knew she was trapped between two titans, neither of which owed her mercy. Yet something in the gorilla's hold, firm but not crushing, told her he was not her enemy. The lion lunged forward suddenly, claws scraping the soil. The gorilla roared in answer, swinging his free arm down to pound the ground, sending vibrations through the path. The two beasts sized each other up, king of the jungle versus lord of the forest. And then, the battle began. Clash of Kings. The lion struck first, leaping with fangs bared. The gorilla shoved Leira behind him and caught the predator midair, their bodies colliding with a sound like thunder. They wrestled, claws slashing, fists pounding. Dust rose around them as they fought for dominance, each refusing to yield. Leira scrambled to her feet, stumbling backward to safety but unable to look away. The gorilla swung a mighty arm, sending the lion sprawling, but the cat was swift, springing back with a snarl to sink his teeth into the gorilla's shoulder. Blood sprayed. The giant bellowed, fury in his cry, and ripped the lion away, slamming him against a tree. For a moment, silence. Then the lion rose again, shaking off the blow, undeterred. His eyes flicked to Leira, weak, vulnerable, an easier prize. He stalked toward her. But the gorilla would not allow it. With a roar that rattled her bones, he barreled into the lion once more, their struggle echoing through the jungle. The girl's choice. Leira knew she couldn't just watch. Her father's face flashed before her eyes, his weak breaths, his fading strength. She could not let herself die here. She grabbed a sharp stone from the path and searched the ground frantically. Then she saw it, the herb she had been seeking, firebloom roots sprouting near the base of a tree, glowing red in the filtered sunlight. But the fight raged between her and salvation. The lion slashed the gorilla's chest, drawing deep wounds. The gorilla retaliated with crushing fists, forcing the beast back step by step. Still, neither showed weakness. Lyra's mind raced. She could flee, take the herbs, and leave the titans to destroy each other. Yet something deeper stirred in her. The gorilla had chosen to protect her, though he had no reason to. He had placed himself between her and death. Could she abandon him now? "No," she whispered, gripping the stone tighter. Turning the tide. The lion pounced again, pinning the gorilla to the ground. His jaws opened wide, ready to crush the gorilla's throat. Leira screamed and hurled the stone with all her strength. It struck the lion's eye. The beast roared in pain, jerking back in fury. The gorilla seized the moment, surging upward to hurl the lion off him. With a final mighty blow, he slammed the lion against a tree so hard the trunk cracked. The king of the jungle, dazed and wounded, staggered. His pride could not accept defeat, but his body had no choice. With a growl that promised vengeance, the lion retreated into the shadows of the forest. Silence returned. Leira's chest heaved. Her stone throw had been clumsy, desperate, but it had saved them both. The bond. The gorilla stood tall, chest heaving, blood staining his fur. He turned toward Leira, his dark eyes meeting hers. For a moment, she feared he might turn his fury on her now. Yet instead, he grunted low, almost soft, and stepped aside, revealing the fire-bloom roots behind him. Lyra's breath caught. He understood. He knew what she had come for. Trembling, she knelt and gathered the glowing herbs, stuffing them into her pouch. When she rose, the gorilla was still watching her. She reached out, her hand hovering near his massive arm, but did not touch. "Thank you," she whispered. The beast rumbled, a sound that was neither growl nor roar, and then turned, melting into the jungle shadows. Return to the clan. Leira returned to her people with the fire-bloom roots. Her father drank the medicine she prepared, his fever breaking by dawn. The clan gathered around her, eager for her tale. When she spoke of the lion, they gasped in fear. But when she told of the gorilla, the silent giant who had protected her, her people fell into awe. Some doubted her, others whispered of ancient legends, but all agreed the jungle itself had chosen her to survive. The legend grows. From that day forward, Leira bore a new name among her people, the one guarded by the giant. Children gathered around her to hear the story, their eyes wide as she described the clash of beasts, the roar of the forest, and the moment when she and the gorilla had stood as one against the king of the jungle. Deep within the forest, the gorilla carried his scars with pride, for he had defended not just his territory, but something greater, a fragile life, brave enough to stand beside him. And though the lion still prowled the shadows, biding his time, the balance of the jungle had shifted. Because now, a girl and a giant shared a bond, one written in blood, courage, and the roar of the wild.